Good afternoon, welcome along to the Under-15s Boys Shield Final. It is a year delayed, but finally we're getting to the last final in the Scottish Schools FA Under-15s Boys Shield Final as we are today, and it is Preston Lodge against St Maurice's, and hopefully it's going to be a final which will bring lots of entertainment. Two sides have done well to reach here. It's a bit of history for both sides, the first time they have reached the final, so there will be a new name, a new winner on the Shield. And hopefully, as I say, it's going to be a great game. Alex McMenemy is alongside myself, Cal Patterson, once again for this final. We enjoyed the girls' final, and you've seen these two sides, Alex, in the semis. So, what are you anticipating from these two sides?
I think it's going to be a smashing game. Both teams really play well, play from the back. They've got two good midfields, and their strikers will go for the goal. And I think we'll see a good few goals today. In the game in the semi-final, Preston Lodge played against Notre Dame High School from Greenock, and Notre Dame hadn't lost in about 2 years playing in the Paisley District League, so it was a smashing semi-final. And the difference that I felt on that semi-final day was the goalkeeper of Preston Lodge. Good laddie.
Yeah, 3-1 win on that semi-final. St Maurice's had to go through via a penalty shootout. We can have a little look at the sides and look at the squads for the game today. And for Preston Lodge, the squad here for Preston Lodge, and a number of players of note, and they are the goal scorers from that semi-final. Finlay Yule, Daniel Filigonio and Charlie Russell are three to stand out. The captain's Ben McCabe, actually two Ben McCabes in this Preston Lodge side. The one that's captain plays for Hibs. Also Ethan Laidlaw, number 16, has just recently signed for Hibs, so a couple of Hibs players in there that are in the books of this Preston Lodge High School side in their red and black colours today. For St Maurice's in green, a side from the west of the country, from Cumbernauld, and Jack Cox was a key goal scorer for them, and he wears number 9. He is actually with Greenock Morton, and is a side that had to battle hard. They went down to 10 men in the second period, but held off St John's and actually got back into the game with Cox's goal and won 5-4 in a shootout. And the side in green there are St Maurice's, and they are getting prepared and ready. It's a photo for Preston Lodge, and we're just a couple of moments away from the kick-off here, and it's a long time coming, this final. This week we've had the two finals, the girls and now the boys. It has been a bit of a time coming, Alex, but finally I think there's a real excitement here that finally we're going to get this and we can round off the 2020 competitions.
I think the officials of the Scottish Schools Football Association can take a great credit for trying to get 5 finals all played, and plus the girls' internationals where they received their caps against England, and also the bonus of beating England 2-1 down at Nottingham. But no, I think we'll be very happy to see this, the conclusion of this, and we look forward to a fresh new season starting in September.
So just the last minute procedures, the usual coin toss and chat with the referee, the two captains, Ben McCabe, as I say, one of the two Ben McCabes in that back line there, and Sean Murray for St Maurice's, who plays for Kilsyth Athletic as well. And it's taken a bit longer in time, but we are going to get this final almost underway. Just one or two little things being prepared and checked. I think actually we're just going to get a last minute huddle for Preston Lodge, as is the procedure always in these big games. Always get round in a bit of a huddle, and just those final words can be quite important. And it is a big day, Alex, for both these sides, both these schools. Particularly, St Maurice's have never went past round 3. But both sides have made a great deal of history, and it's fair credit and well done to them for being here. But one of these teams is going to be on the trophy for the first time,
which is great.
Yeah,
which is great. That's what you're looking to see, because that's what gives the impetus for next season. Getting the younger players in first year, getting them going, knowing they've got a shield to hold up to show the school assembly. No, it's just great.
Aidan Faulkner for St Maurice's with the ball at his feet. And a bit of history, as I say, is going to be made. There has been plenty made already for these two sides, but one of them will win this Shield for the first time, and it is Aidan Faulkner and St Maurice's to get us going. St Ninian High School from Giffnock have kind of had the bit of the honour of holding on to the title for 2 years with the break of football, but now it's going to be, as I say, a new winner, a different winner on the trophy. And Aidan Canavan with some early possession to spin back to Declan Taylor and Josh Boland in that back line. Nice touch from Coyle to keep it in play. Looking to perhaps try and win it back. It's lovely interlinking play down the channel. Just half cleared by Preston Lodge in the black and red. Good calm possession. Here's Canavan once more. A little short, but had cover there. Callickham's trying to help it away, but support there in return for the side in green. It's Murray trying to keep it alive on that byline, and a bit of frantic early defending for the side from Edinburgh, and just dotted away by one of the Ben McCabe's, the captain, on the number 4. Good play again, quickly on with it, Murray. Good trickery and feet, and both sides with their arms up, but it is going to be a corner kick to St Maurice's in the first 90 seconds.
It's been a great start from St Maurice's. I think you should watch number 10 then. Looking for this.
Aidan Faulkner, one of the key
Aidan
players.
Faulkner, yeah.
Yep.
Big laddie coming in from the back.
Canavan to take the first corner of the game. There and prodded back towards Thompson. Canavan once more for the captain, Murray. Murray's ball in, but taken there by Taylor, and I'm sure Preston Lodge will just needing that little settler. As you say, Alex and Morrissey's have had a bright start, 2.5 minutes. It's been down that side of the pitch for a large chunk of it.
I'd like you to keep an eye on the goalkeeper, Ben Taylor, who had a great game in the semi-final. Very, very brave, but also he's one of the best kickers of a ball I've watched at under 15 school level. See the length he puts his ball either from a dead ball or from his hands. But very, very capable, comes for the cross ball. He tries to keep his defence in order.
In with the throw, but quickly turned over the ball. Look at the power and stride from Faulkner. Plays at club with Kilsyth, as do a number of the players in the St Maurice's team. And from one throw in at one end of the pitch, it's went up to the other side. And Sean Murray trying to flick it on was Coyle. Tristan turned from Robbie Peffers and has great support and trying to flick on the other direction with a bit of pace for Preston Lodge. Really cool at the back though. Faulkner back down to find the teammate there. Stewart trying to battle and win the ball back for Preston Lodge.
Ooh. Wee bit fortunate he missed him.
Yeah, it was trying to get the ball back, and for a bit of a contact, that could have been a bit of a dicey challenge. St Maurice's with the restart from the free kick, and Callum Thompson.
Oh, nice play.
Good work. Taylor across there and off the defender once more for another corner. A bright start for the side in green. Second corner of the match, just over 5 minutes on the clock. Taking a bit of a wry head of Filnionio, I think.
Yeah.
And it's going to be another corner. One of the two or three players, I should say, are in there. A few more have crept in. There's a player on the floor and it's found its way in.
Beautiful goal.
And there's players all over the place, one or two on the floor, but it doesn't really matter. Might have been Taylor getting the final touch, but it's an early goal and the pressure is told, and very merited their first goal of the game.
Defence were just a wee bit static there, nobody moved for it at all.
The corner work, despite the melee of bodies, it found the little gap and nodded in.
Preston Lodge not really settled at all, have they? They've not really linked up some play yet. Can play a lot better than this.
He can find support, and Stewart, who's trying to flood the ball forward. Away it goes by Boland.
Yeah, again, good link-up play again.
It's a lovely ball at the top,
yeah.
and a little flick
Nice
on
header
from Faulkner. Pretty tall figure in there, but couldn't quite get the power. It came through to the goalkeeper. Ben Taylor, the vice captain of the Preston Lodge side. So free kick here, Preston Lodge. Just find a little footing. Peppers was the one furthest forward and trying to get up there. There's Aitken battling. Still with Preston Lodge and back with Aitken with the throw. Quite set up for Peppers. And now the turn and space for Cox. And Coyle racing forward with pace. It looked like, actually, looking at it again, he got the final little nod on in the melee of bodies, so I think we're going to credit the goal to him, to Robbie Coyle. Another corner.
Another corner.
Racking them up in the first 10 minutes of the game. So, corner was scored here just a couple of minutes ago. Could there be a same result again? Oh, it's wriggled all the way through, not quite on the toes of Cox though, as Taylor clambers.
Somebody else down.
I did see this time that Taylor, who was involved at Lurkin in the first goal, was there again. I don't know if it's him. It isn't him. There's a player on the floor needing a little bit of treatment. He joined us late to goal in the 6th minute. Looked like Robbie Call getting the header touch on in the box full of bodies, and that is there between the two sides in the first 10 minutes. And as you said after the opening goal, so Maurice's have settled really well. Preston just haven't quite found their footing yet in this final.
There's another chance there.
Yeah, it's the goal scorer actually that's getting back to his feet, so he was in the thick of it as well once more. Again, just thunder back down the direction of Preston Lodge defenders. Oh, could be
loose.
Loose, it is loose.
Yeah.
This time Phil Faulkner couldn't quite find the teammate. Oh, it has wriggled through this time, and prodded just wide by Jack Cox for number 2 potentially, but it just went by, and that was a great chance from the mistake to add to the tally.
It was a great turn and just fell to his wrong foot.
Tried to go for the little prod finish, but it did take the neck, so it's going to be another corner here. And Canavan once more to head across to try and deliver a ball to add a second. It goes towards Murray, but came off a defensive toe. Thompson. Forward from Boland. But the flag goes up, so that lined that move. But very dangerous. All the corners have looked a thread so far, pretty much.
That's quite a kick.
It's a big boot and a half from Taylor, trying to just find something.
Number 9's again.
Oh yes, he's got through, and there he is once more. Jack Cox has got round, but can't just find the target. It went really tight in the angle. The keeper did really well to try and make the angle as wide as possible and or as tight as possible, I should say. And well, that's a couple of chances they've had over the last minute or so.
Jack Cox did the hard bit there.
But I guess some credit to Ben Taylor that pushed them out and pushed them out.
Oh, nice wee steal.
Yeah, it's back again. With Thompson doing well.
Very nice.
A couple of great bits of play. But it comes through for Taylor this time once more. And that's a quick boot away to try and just find that out ball. Who's looking there for the couple that were following, including filling on Yo, but up the other side. Faulkner has support wide, and Murray. Faulkner back in there. But there's Taylor once more.
I think Ben Taylor's going to have a busy afternoon.
So far, yes. What we've seen on Monday, there was little waves and tides for both sides as back it comes from Bowie. Murray. Cox there. Faulkner coming in! And smashes off the crossbar. And it was a fantastic ball across Faulkner was waiting behind and couldn't quite keep it down. Some tried though, and the paint very much stung there and a bit shedding off with the crash of the crossbar.
Again, it was a nice bit of passing there, finding him the right, lovely cross.
Well, plenty of chances, pretty much. Unfortunately, if you're a Preston Lodge follower for the one side, but still plenty of time in the game. Forward again it goes this time. There should be cover there from...
Oh, bad ball.
Well, in theory by one of the McCabe's, but it comes back. And this time it's Matthew Christie with the effort. And it's just a wave that they can't seem to get 2 or 3 passes together here, Preston Lodge. And then they're in trouble with a wave of forward attack from the green and black machine.
It was a bad pass across the box there and let him in.
Still in play despite the hands up. Came back once more, cut out and Bowie there. Having to watch behind though, because Peffers was lurking. Cross there from Laidlaw. It's looking for a searcher, but does find the teammate. And there he is once more, trying to get the 1-2 back, but again, just back it comes with Thompson down the channel. But there's a good challenge just to stop another attack.
Preston Lodge just can't seem to get going at all. And linking up number 7, Daniel Danagoni. He's been moving across the park trying to get on the ball, but he was one of the scorers and kept Preston Lodge again in the semi-final. A lovely goal he scored.
Stewart was trying to find it forward. There's Yule, one of the other semi-final scorers. That's a terrific ball. Can he find the chance here?
Oh, there's in.
1 or 2 in there.
Very nice. Yes, and
there is the equaliser. First chance they've had.
Yeah.
And it is 1-1. And well, they've been looking for a bit of a nerve-settling moment. Nothing better than a goal.
Again, Daniel, who scored in the semi-final to keep them in the semi-final. That's him. Completed it. Should be very proud. He was moving across the park, trying to get on the ball.
So there, the cross into the box was tremendous. And pinpointed was the number 7, and the equaliser. 19 minutes played here at the Pennycar Stadium. And well, back all square, and that'll be something maybe for St Maurice to think about. They had chances there before the equaliser, and that is coolly back to the goalkeeper. Free kick here, so there's going to be a quick perhaps chance to work something. So it is Declan Taylor. Referee just making sure everything's set. There've been a lot of bodies for these set pieces, but Taylor does whip in. And in the end, the free kick doesn't come to anything. Coyle was trying to wriggle it and keep it alive.
I think Preston Lodge relying on the long ball again from the goalkeeper.
There's some boot.
A lot of Premier League goalkeepers would like to kick like that.
Yeah. Seen that on Monday as well. There were some good long balls out in the other final.
Oh, nice play here.
Gets a couple of three waves and then it's stopped in its tracks once more as Bowie's ball's cut out. Oh, it's back again, but again, just not quite the passes. Josh Laidlaw stops things. Just a little bit of a breather and pace, a little bit. I think it was quite frenetic that first 20 minutes or so, and since then it's kind of just calmed down a little with the equalising goal both sides here. Of course, experiencing this final for the very first time. Both schools though with rich history of sporting names, the likes of Josh Taylor, the boxer, Alan Jacobson, Scott Murray, Scottish rugby players, Murray of course a British and Irish line as well.
Lovely break here.
And that's good footwork once more, and the Camry set up a second that was waiting, etching for Cox but didn't reach him. Cleared as far as Canavan, who finds support, and lovely layoff. Canavan just couldn't get around the second play. A good exchange with Faulkner. Murray just ushered out the way by Yule. Just let's have another little look at the opportunity we had, which equalised the game. The first chance Preston Lodge had, and fabulous ball it was. It's a pinpointed header. Pinpointed. Good celebration as well. It certainly calmed the game down in terms of pace and levels. But St Maurice's have still looked this threat, and Canavan, good first half so far, and just winds his way around Ben McCabe. Back it comes to Murray. Oh, in control for Faulkner. Hammered away.
Nearly a Paul Gascoigne there.
If it's we can talk about the Euros yet after last night.
No chance. Let's see if anybody puts anybody in the post.
A bit of a chance here, just a little bit of a loose touch. So Nathan Stewart, who plays with Lognidry Villa as well as his school. Back to the Preston Lodge number 8. Josh Laidlaw here for Finlay Yule. Billy Gagnon scored the equaliser.
Oh, loose ball.
It's high but not very far, but Murray's got it under control. That's hammered back down by the Lognidry Villa's Ben McCabe, the one of the two on the pitch there, the other being the captain, who's a Hibs player.
Game's lost a wee bit of rhythm here just now.
It did seem to, although we've seen one or two attacks since the equaliser, it does feel like it's kind of shut down the wave that there was all one direction. "15 minutes just under that left now in this first half period. Of course, 40 minutes per half, and then straight to penalties if we need them. Peppers. Reed trying to switch it to that far side. Yule's trying to help it further on its way. Comes high and across just over the top of the attacking head and into the arms of the goalkeeper. Well, Matthew Kearney's had very little to do actually during the game. He's put the ball at his net once, and that's probably about it really from him on that side. That's the
only time he's touched it.
Here's Peppers. That's a clear free kick there. Stewart fouled. Fairly clear dunt in the back. Couple of nibbles there from Bowie.
I've been quite impressed with Bowie though. He covers that field, tries to stop the play, gets in a lot of tackles, puts in a lot of energy. Number 6 and number 4 having a wee niggle at each other here in the line.
Seems to be a theme for these set pieces. That's an easy touch away by Faulkner. Free kick going St Maurice's way. Looked a pretty 50-50 come together between Murray and Josh Laidlaw.
That's what the captain's trying to tell the referee.
Yeah, well, I've seen it here again. Just didn't look much in that.
Yeah, wee word there.
Probably Peppers then with this free kick. Clear, didn't quite fall for Josh Laidlaw. Arms up from both ways, but it is a St Maurice's ball. Quite a few football names been through St Maurice's High School. Likes of Michael Halloran and Darren Barr. Steve Keane as well, who was manager of Blackburn and film assistant, wasn't he? And he was in Australia too. So both schools have had some famous names, and St Maurice's again trying to go forward, looking for the ball for Cox. Canavan watching the attention of Stewart. Kearney's clearance is pretty decent. Taylor, nice ball.
Nice touch.
Continued from Faulkner. Just going to slide away the ball, winning that race.
Last few minutes just beginning to pass the ball again, get it on the ground.
That time the ball just not quite finding the path, but yeah, a decent watch so far. St Maurice's with such the advantage and the chances in the first 10-15 minutes, and then as soon as Preston was equalised, it changed things around. Oh, it's bouncing through, and Cox can't get there. No, he can't. It's half away, trying to usher back in by Bowie. That's a big clearance for a couple chasing in black and red. The one furthest forward there is Nathan Stewart. the scramble in the box, but nothing quite coming in the end. Didn't quite set up for anyone. To the final 10 minutes of this first period. McCreed searching for Peppers, but fairly comfortable for the side in green. But that is turned round quickly. Good encouragement going on down there from the sidelines. Graham Benning is the manager of Preston Lodge. Has been part of the school for 14 years as active schools coordinator. He helps run with all the sports and has been coaching the football team since 2007. Gonyo, the equalising scorer. Out of space. And on the run, on the chase is Murray. And a foot race with Nathan Stewart, and winning that foot race.
Oh, nearly a great
ball
back.
Took a deflection. Christie looking to fire the shot in. Still danger zone defensive wise for Preston Lodge.
Putting it out to the right.
That's what Kearney's done.
Oh, nice play.
Nice play. Filniolo's looking for it back. This comes through to Kearney though. Peppers going for it.
Oh.
And just had his head up there and seen the keeper just off his line, but not quite enough there.
It was a shot to take and he took it well.
Here's another little look at it here.
One touch and away. Not far away.
Decent footballer. Portobello, he's played there. And well, he's a bit of a flair player at times. And here he is again.
Chance again, through ball.
Yeah, Christie here, ball nicely, and now he's got the
He's got the legs
run.
for it. He's got the legs for it.
Can he get this across here? It's half away. Ben McCabe, the Hibs and the Hibs player out the two that are in that back line. It's quite hard to differentiate between the two, how to describe them, because there's two of them and they're two centre halves. It's not a usual situation you see. But they carry on here, do some Maurice's, and just having a better spell again here. The side that took the lead early on. Thanks to Recoil's touch from the corner. Stewart and his teammate dispossessed there, Josh Laidlaw, but just managed to get it back. There was a little tug of the jersey. Peppers up against his opposite number in Christie, finds support wide. Filigonio making the run forward with ball in there defending. Long way round but effective. And back to Josh Laidlaw.
Good break.
Almost finding the gap there, Cox. Back into perhaps defending here for the side in green.
Again, it's Bowie breaking it up.
of a bit of change between Finlay Ewell and Sean Bowie, the two number 6s. Let's have a look again. There was just a bit of a...
saying he stood in his fingers.
Quite hard to tell from there if it was anything malicious in that. Hopefully not on this occasion.
I don't think so.
Just a bit of a coming together. Just a chat from the referee, nothing more. Big occasion for these two schools. Laidlaw. Way it goes. Turn from Faulkner. Trying to bounce away, but McCabe's there.
Yeah, Callum Aiken didn't know where the ball was at all there. He'd lost flight of it.
Laidlaw searching ball, but another one which will win the race. The ball itself. Good mixture of schools that have won this over the last decade, from around the east and west of the country in the Central Belt.
If you notice, Holy Cross High School from Hamilton, they had the record number of wins with 4. And I think 2 of them were Paul McStay. Paul McStay, who had a great career.
Indeed he did.
Lovely ball.
Good play here. Cox trying to find the teammate across the block in for Murray, trying to get the shot away. It's very stretched as we're in the final 3 minutes, just under that of this first period. Taylor, it's sliced, but that will come through to the goalkeeper. And heart and mouth just for a millisecond for Nathan Stewart. See the cutback here in the replay. It didn't quite come to anything for Murray. Captain McCabe kind of managed to run it out, but run out of space. It's a strong challenge. Just seen that again, and well, I think the ball was eventually won, but the follow through came in.
What I have to remember as well, these kids playing here, they've not much of a chance to play regular games, and what they're putting on for us just now is just great.
Yeah, and we've seen that on Monday as well. It's been a long time coming getting these finals complete, but it's been the nature of the world with all kind of particularly youth football that it's only been in the last month or two that we've managed to see games again. Good to see kids, boys and girls back playing football.
You bet.
Well, it goes again. This is going to be a final chance in the half, perhaps, into the final minute. Cox running through. Does it drop for Faulkner? Not quite. Again, the two McCabe's doing really well in that part of that back line. Goal just before half time was one of those that changes their team talk, particularly in a final. Murray using those silky feet, but a good challenge coming in from Ewell.
He dummied me sitting in the commentary box there.
Minutes on the watch, and it comes Christie looking to turn. Murray across. And was waiting and inviting for a head, but didn't quite fall as the ball was hammered away. Look at the watch from the referee. Good footwork there. Coyle found teammate in Thompson, but eventually stopped. And a few more tasty kind of challenges and the like happening over the last few minutes and a half. It's certainly broken up the game, and it's been a bit more even Stevens in terms of ball in the middle of the park. But certainly you'd say St Maurice had the better of the first half chances, but Preston found their feet with that equalising goal at the midway point of the half. There was one or two little moments where we had a player down, so just playing a little bit extra at the end of this first period. Eden Canavan, number of lively players on the pitch, and look at that lovely touch. It's going to just stay in play here. Faulkner's touch for Murray. Murray trying to keep this going. Back to Faulkner. It's Faulkner, it's a good drive, and the keeper collects it at the second attempt. It was a lovely bit of play between those two, and great feet there from Murray to keep it alive as we see it again. As we see the chance here at the end of the first half, the half-time whistle goes, but this was great play here. Good footwork to end up the cross.
It was a great touch from the big centre. Just a lovely layoff.
Yep, absolutely. So 1-1 at the break. Your kind of thoughts on how the games went?
I've enjoyed the game very much. St Maurice has started very, very confidently and had all the power going. I like the way the number 8, Robbie Coyle, he was getting all the ball and causing all the trouble down that left-hand side. And then, whether it was I liked the captain, number 4, Ben McCabe from Preston Lodge, whether he organised it better, but the play seemed to stop coming down the left. And then Preston Lodge came back into the game and gave us something. And it's been pretty even since then. Yep. So I look forward to it. I think, as I say, Ben McCabe with Preston Lodge organising his defence at the back. And then for St Maurice's, I think Sean Bowie is causing trouble by breaking up the play and not letting Preston Lodge play so smoothly as I know they can play.
Well, let's have a look here. We're going to just show some of the highlights from the first period while we're at half time before we take a pause. And we've got the goals, obviously one or two other chances, so we'll have a look at them now. So the first one is the opening goal, which came, and
a wee mistake there.
Well, before the opening goal there was this as well, which is a good chance.
Yeah.
And that, you know, they were running through chances before they scored and after they scored, and they could have had 2 or 3.
3 easily.
So that was
deservedly so.
And they were pressing the ball really well.
There's a break up again from Sean Bowie, just winning it.
Yeah, man, good play. And Sean Murray's been fantastic. And there was the ball across, and great position, but that went off the crossbar.
Crossbar again. That was a lovely play again.
So let's say 2 or 3 really good chances they had in that period, either side of them scoring actually. And Preston Lodge didn't really find their footing, and this was the equaliser. So we've seen some of the chances either side of the goal, and this was the equaliser.
First chance, yeah, and it's a lovely header, glance, and in it goes.
Yep, great header. Let's see, it's what you call pinpointed, right position, great ball across, and that was 1-1. And this is a long little sneaky strike there from Peppers.
That was a lovely touch.
Yep, this is right at the end of the half. And again, just the footwork from Murray to keep it alive. And a decent little attempt, and I think we'll just have a little look at as well. We didn't see it. I think we're going to see the opening goal from St Maurice's from the corner.
And it goes, yeah.
Yep, and it was a bit of a mess. Loads of bodies, and there were one or two on the floor, but it was Coyle was the one with the finish, and that was the opening goal. Hopefully you've managed to see those replays okay. A little bit glitchy, so apologies for that, but hopefully you managed to see that. And as things stand, it is 1-1 here. Coyle with the opening goal in the 6th minute, and Filioni with the equaliser at the midway point. We'll be back shortly for the second half, but at the break it is 1 apiece. second period here. There's one apiece between Preston Lodge and St Maurice, so 40 minutes to sort it out, or we could have penalties if we are in level terms. And that's certainly something we have to look back on. The semi-finals, St Maurice's fell behind and actually came back to level up with St John's, and they went down to 10 men in the second period for a large chunk of that and won on penalties. So they have experience. They have experience of the nature of going all the way over 80 minutes and a penalty shootout potentially. Preston Lodge haven't had that. They've been fairly comfortable in the most part. Had a tight quarter final in particular with a 2-1 win over Duncanrig, but they've had some big wins along the way. And St Maurice's have had some as well, but as I said, it might be a bit of an experience that they've had to dig things out and reach a final through the hard way. And we kind of mentioned that as well with the game, Alex, on Monday. You know, being 6-4 down with 10 minutes to go, and you know that's a semi-final.
3 goals in 3 minutes. Oh my goodness.
Yep. So experience and kind of life experience of this competition could well be beneficial to either side here. And St Maurice is looking to try and start how they did in the first period. Harry in there is Robbie Coyle.
Yeah.
Bit of a basketball bounce and towards the captain. Murray will get it back. Trying to thread it through and keep it alive. Away in Nathan Stewart just getting a little shove. Guilty little look and a run back from Josh Boland. And see that again. Long it goes from McCabe. Headed away by Christie. Front up long and to safety. Thompson then with the throw-in. It's the captain, McCabe. Cox doing well, and over the top it goes for Faulkner, trying to barge himself away from number 3 Ben McCabe, and there he is once more, finding the ball for Murray, but a good slide coming back across, getting both the McCabes in the back line, and some good work.
Nice play.
Stewart stopped in his tracks. Faulkner looking to slide through. Christie for Bowie. It's a twist and a turn and a change possession very quickly, as trying to find and filling Yonyo.
It's a nice through ball again.
Taylor trying to get it forward for Murray. Towards Cox, isolated, 3 bodies around him. That's skill from Laidlaw. Bounce not quite for Aitken. That's the captain of Ben McCabe, and striding forward, but pass doesn't quite come to anyone in red and black. And now the captain centre half is having to get back, and just a little, I think that's what you call a foul, which is maybe sensible because it gets everyone in your colours back in the defensive side. You have to have raced forward. Yeah, strike comes through, but
I think if St Maurice can get if they can get Robbie Coyle on the ball, I think they'll do quite well. Once he gets the ball, he tries to find some space into the big centre.
Callum Aitken down here.
A wee bit cramped.
Even with the break, it hasn't quite ramped up to the same pace of the game. It's kind of similar to what it was the last 5 minutes of the first half. No pattern yet either. We can see again if we can pick up anything. Just kind of pulling up himself there. Yeah. Plays one of the many players for Long Nidri, as well as the high school. Back to his feet, so hopefully he'll be okay. Changes will be important as the second half goes on.
Yeah, most of the half still to play, so your hope is fine. No, I think a wee change.
Looks like it. So a change going to be made, and Callum Aitken is leaving the field of play for Preston Lodge. He's kind of waddling round, trying to work out who it is going to make an appearance. Callum Aitken just heading off number 2 in the back of his jersey. And I think they're still deliberating the change. So play on, says the referee. Cross from Josh Laidlaw. Space dried up and long from Murray. Faulkner, Cox again chasing.
Yes.
And tried to lob it over McCabe.
And the young lad is going off with cramp. I think we remember it is a big pitch they're playing in.
Yep.
They've not been training or playing much this season, and it is a cup final, so a lot of things against them.
I think Harris Reynolds is the one that came on after their deliberation on the sidelines, so back up to the full complement of 11 with the sub that's been made. Given back to St Maurice's, and now Cox driving into the box. Faulkner waiting, keeper's half got there, Coyle was around, chance comes in and they're having to defend quickly. Filignogno's there too, away only as far as Boland.
That was a good chance.
Boland hurrying again, still got it here. Faulkner, driven shot.
Lovely shot too, great save.
Yeah, it's just never a lot of space to find a little gap through the bodies, but driven, but it was at the goalkeeper and they held it really well.
It's a good strike.
either side it would have been drilled in, but keeper was in the best spot to take hold. But best kind of chance they've had in the second period. So just over 10 minutes into the second period, and that's probably been the best chance we've had of this second period. Well, definitely has been the second chance, and Faulkner again with it, who had that chance a moment ago. Can't find a teammate there with that little ball forward. Another one of the Kilsyth athletic players in this squad.
St Maurice is beginning to dominate the play again.
Yeah,
getting on the ball.
Yeah, they're a side coached by Mark Welsh, their manager. Again, looking to maybe start the next attack. Might run away though. Coyle. Talked earlier in the first half about Holy Cross Hamilton. They're the record holders with 4 titles at this competition. But, for Lanarkshire, with Bathurst High School doing well in the last decade, they've got 3 now in total. And well, could there be another side from that part of the world, of the country, winning the trophy, or will it be going back down along east in the M8?
Here they come again.
Thompson.
Does he get a lead foot?
Couldn't quite get it around Ewell. A potential dangerous ball going into the box. Reynolds once more, looking for the 1-2. Thompson, I should have said that was, with trying to link up with Coyle. Mentioned earlier about St Maurice's how great achievement that they're here. They've now been past the third round, and there was also heroics in the semi-final where they got through in penalties. But I think a memorable moment that they'll still talk about is actually breaking the barrier of getting into the 4th round, beating New Battle High School 6-4. I think there was a lot of momentum that was taken on from that win, and it's obviously helped them to where they are today. Preston Lodge, so looking for their first title too. Both are putting up a good final here. The twist and turn Murray looking to find it now, hammered in
Safe
by
hands.
Canavan, but well taken by Taylor. I have to say Taylor's Ben Taylor's goalkeeping kit is certainly impressive. I do like the strip on the front, and we can look at that again. Canavan's ball, well taken. Now could there be a chance on the other side? No, there won't be, because the flag goes up. Thompson. I think Coyle maybe was going to give up on it, but then he started chasing it, and he's done really well, because there came Luke Reid having to defend. He kind of almost stopped there, and then he kind of started again, and had to be
took him for pace. Yeah, Robbie Coyle with a giant Creelish look.
opportunity. Good spot. Chances a bit more of a premium in this second half. 15 minutes gone in it. That fall for Murray. But he couldn't quite reach, it was a bit long.
Unlucky. Good break.
Bowie for Thompson. Bowie once more. Set up for a strike from Christie.
Again, took his time, took his time, got the shot in.
Matthew Christie. Here is another look at it.
Yeah, took his time, got on the volley, nice.
A couple of chances we have had, there have been for St Maurice's, but from outside the box, but looked forward for Faulkner. Oh, and it's control from Cox, and it's going to be a goal kick. Well defended in the end. Cox has got a bit of pace on him, and the ball helps on its way. Maybe a change here for Preston Lodge. Nathan Stewart is going to head off. He's a good game. In the thick of it.
Yeah.
So Nathan Stewart making way. I think, well, looks of things, it's Ethan Laidlaw coming on. I think it might actually be, just looking at that, it might well be Kieran Stewart actually, it's coming on. And yep, just confirming that now, so yes, Kieran Stewart on. Number 10 on his back. Reynolds there, just a little push.
He dig.
So it is Ben McCabe, the captain of the two Ben McCabe's, with this long free kick. Oh, and it's a decent try. And the Fulson volley from one of the semi-final scorers, Finlay Yule, but couldn't quite get it arrowed towards the target. And you can see it again. Yeah, just flashed over up the other side. Here comes Faulkner looking for Cox.
Got players
it comes. Murray. And it's going to be a corner up the other side. You know, we've seen the danger from their corners there. A big bucket load of corners did St Maurice's in the first 20 minutes or so of the game. One of them they scored from. And
St Maurice is dominating the game again, I think, and I just don't see where the goal's going to come from Preston Lodge.
I don't think they've had a chance since they've scored. It's been very clinical with the chance they had, but up the other end, St Maurice is looking to take the lead again. Taking a flick, goalkeeper comes down, couldn't quite come up for Cox, who's in the 6-yard area, and it will be a free kick.
Given a foul against Coyle.
Well, he scored in that first half fairly on from a corner, which was a bit like that. There'd been a bit of a melee, bodies whizzing around some of these corner kick routines.
Well up. A bit winded.
being ushered down there defensively by St Maurice's, just with the pressure from Reynolds. The rain might well be just creeping on here at Pennycar Stadium. Not a particularly cool day, but they certainly not had the sunshine we had on Monday for the girls' final.
No, it was enjoyable on Monday.
Yeah, well, as much sun as you get underneath in a gantry, but yeah, it was nice to see. It's still been fairly mild, but yep, the rain just trickling on a little bit here. Faulkner trying to just work a gap. They're keeping it down there. St Maurice's. In fact, the ball went the other way. So
yeah, Preston Lodge.
Filigonio with the throw in. Reynolds, did they keep it in play? Not quite. Guess you were looking forward to hoping the rain goes off, Alex, for the presentation.
Oh no, running across that park to make it, yeah. I hope so.
At the moment, there'll be
not that will bother the winners.
No, it won't. At the moment, there won't be a presentation in 20 minutes. Might have a bit of penalties. If it stays like this, it goes straight to penalties after the 80 minutes of play. And at the moment, it's still 1-1 as McCabe here. Good ball there from Yule. Finlay Yolo across. Oh, it comes, it's spilled, but away with a bit of recovery. Boland to help out his teammate Kearney. Good footwork here, good spell this last minute or two. And Stewart finds a teammate. And a free kick for the Little Nibble. Well, chance here.
I think the next goal's really going to liven up the game.
It's getting to that time in the game now.
Yeah.
To use the cliche. Could well be crucial. Instructions for one or two players, including Reid, to get forward. Plenty to get forward in black.
Captain organising his line there at the back. Watch your keeper.
Cabe.
It's a little bit high.
Doesn't come to anything. It's a chance lost for a side that have done really well to get into the game. It's the first half went on, and at the moment it's still level, but they have had a premium of chances, and we'll see it again, but nothing really doing from the free kick.
No. What would say, a tired free kick.
But I say we definitely have not had the same pace as we did in the first 25 minutes, half an hour of the game. And as I say, what to remember, it's a big pitch, but also the players haven't trained for very long since the restart of youth football. Faulkner trying to
get it
away.
Yeah.
He does really well. Coyle
just cut
was
off.
looking for that, but got cut out. Filigonio forward.
Good play.
Nice touch. Reynolds. Harris Reynolds. He's open number there. Callum Thompson. And free kick given. Certainly Thompson protesting his innocence.
I think I would have to agree with him.
It didn't look an awful lot. It looked a bit of a argy-bargy.
Yeah. Well, this could be something.
Robbie Peffers
just two in the wall.
Here to deliver. It's hammered back out. And time for Taylor to clear. And
Coyle again,
from
a wee
Coyle.
foul, yeah.
And now the shove this time from Peffers, trying to get back.
I think it was a trip, Callum.
themselves the free kick, and now a free kick at the other side, and an opportunity for St Maurice's. Callum Thompson just looking to steal 5 yards. Quickly on with it though, and he put it back with linking the ball in, but that cross doesn't come to anything.
Yeah. I think if Ben Taylor continues to launch these balls, they'll have to wait until he's got a couple of players up to support the front players. It's just coming straight back at him. I think if you can hear music in the background, there must be a wee dance class just started at the Penny Line Stadium, the Penny Car Stadium.
Yeah, there's some coming from somewhere. There might be some music nearby on the pitch to whoever wins. And again, Fulton are the one trying to chase forward, and will be a corner to St Maurice's.
Yeah.
Piece of action from McCabe. Under 14 minutes left in the game, so is there going to be a big chance at the moment? There could be penalties, but there's still time. Is there going to be the opportunity here now for St Maurice's? Another one of their elaborate corner routines for Aidan Canavan to deliver. There's Canavan.
Nicely floated in.
Oh, there's a good header, and it's saved from Taylor's.
It was a marvellous header.
Ball
Still
will come back in.
There.
Cox rising, but can't quite get it on target. A couple of good moments there for St Maurice's. Another corner which has caused problems for Preston Lodge, but not to be.
And again, Taylor made the great save.
Yeah, good stuff from Ben Taylor. Let's see that again, and we'll see the corner coming in.
It's a nice header. Oh, into the corner too. Yeah, lovely.
Yep, Declan Taylor with the header and Ben Taylor with the save. And the follow-up was saved also. It remains 1-1, 12 minutes on the clock left. What kind of finish are we going to have here? Here's Thompson. Coyle battling with Reid, all the way back to Ben Taylor. Turn here for Cox, space closed out. Away comes Captain
again,
McCabe.
yeah.
It's the best way to try and differentiate between the two Ben McCabes. Captain McCabe. Sounds like a pirate name.
And the captain who makes the breaks. Bad ball.
Good burst of pace forward there. Peppers trying to inject a bit of life, and from very little, and then a corner up the other end. As I've said, the kind of clear-cut chance had been more at a premium for Preston Lodge. Peppers are quickly going to potentially take it, but going to change it up with Ligonio to take it in. And number 7, the goal scorer who equalised. Feels a while ago now in the 20th minute. Oh, it's came all the way across, and somehow it's found the keeper's hands. I was waiting for it to trickle into the net, but well done to Matthew Kearney. So many bodies were on the line.
Oh, so you fell there, ref.
Yeah. Now we had two dangerous corners at either end in the space of a minute or two.
It was a lovely corner right into the 6-yard box, yeah. I thought it was going in.
Peppers once more looking for that. Canavan away. Come down the direction of Peppers.
Pull there.
Yule. Not quite falling for Stewart. And free kick there. Yule's trying to control and up against the opposite number, and Bowie giving away the free kick.
He's giving away a few.
Robbie Peppers in position.
Is it a line-up? Yeah, there.
Got 3 in the wall. Referee just making sure everything's set. It is going to be Peppers to float. Came of Faulkner, the attacking player back defending. Stewart looking for a bit of help, but has only found a player in green.
He's got the legs.
And going on his own's Murray.
Yeah.
Murray's got
some
support coming in for Coyle on the box. There's huge amounts of space. Here comes Coyle, takes the touch. Can he find the gap? Coyle has been closed down. Might come back, but if whistle goes, it was going to bounce through for Murray. Oh,
just didn't drop for him.
No, the ball across just didn't quite come in the centre area, and he couldn't take it first time. Couldn't quite find the space as the 3 or 4 black and red jerseys came right round him.
A 50-yard break.
That is some pace from the two that were breaking forward. I wonder if it were even more stretched, or the mindset of both teams. 8 minutes away from potentially penalties, but there's a chance to be a hero. There's Murray again. Space for Thompson.
Nobody running towards him.
Good flick. Thompson tried to slide it and
take the corner.
Ligonio tried to keep it out for the corner, but not quite.
Here's the panic now.
It's been an exciting last few minutes. 1-1 here. Coyle for St Maurice's. Ligonio equalised 20th minute, and that's how it's been ever since. But remember, St Maurice's had to fight back from with 10 players and held off a wave of attack in the semi-final. Preston logic might well be fending off the waves of attacks, because St Maurice have had the better of them, but what will happen here? In there, getting into danger, and there will be a goal kick from Canavan's ball. Didn't quite drop for Cox, is the one right in the centre of the green jerseys. Reminder that this will be the very first time one of these sides will win this competition. St Maurice's, it's the first they've ever got. They've only reached the 3rd round in the past. Preston Lodge have got a good history. This team from kind of a lot of these players forming from first year, second year of won various competitions in the Lothians and SFA Sevens. Won their league undefeated 2 years in a row in first and second year, and a cup double actually. I know one of their old PE teachers, Lindsay Pike's watching on from Australia as well. I think they've got a follower from Las Vegas too, in Preston Lodge, so international audience watching on. Final 5. Up high and long for Cox. It's only Salter player in green there. Yeah, fed back down.
He knocked Nelly.
So maybe another big chance. Yule trying to thread it forward, but there was Kearney. Faulkner tracking and now looking
Nice
to
touch
try and
again,
thread through
nice
for Cox. Cox with the head with the control. Trying to keep us alive, almost going to a rugby scrum.
He slipped.
So Maurice's keep alive the possession with the throw-in. Long little flick on from Faulkner. Side defending, they've done a lot of defending throughout the game. Not really quite as pressuresome as they were at stage in the first period, but that's a lovely ball in towards Cox. It's the captain McCabe. Laid down. Faulkner trying to keep this alive again. McCabe around. Another throw in a dangerous spot on that side. One or two players, I think maybe with cramp. Josh Laidlaw down there, feeling his legs. Quickly back to his feet.
I think both sets of players, I think the penalties now.
On it goes Murray. They're trying to get hold.
Corner again, the ball. This could be it.
I was going to say, did it take a defensive touch? It did. So, corner kick. And player that's taken the majority of these has been Aidan Canavan.
And it's been dangerous corners.
It has indeed. Goes up there. Faulkner was highest, but that's probably expected with his height, but will be a goal kick. There's another Preston Lodge player on the floor. It's Ben McCabe, not the captain, the other Ben McCabe. He's okay.
Parents are not allowed into these matches, but I can see a few standing up at the side in the hill there.
And of course, many have been watching our coverage today. Great to have you with us. As the ball wriggling through, there's the captain once more, but it's been lost. And Cox, but the flag is up.
It is off.
And a bit of fortune for Preston Lodge. Seconds or so to go.
I've got space now.
Poland did really well. Thompson for Coyle. Step up there.
Oh,
It's Murray!
hit.
Great try! Can Cox get there? Faulkner!
Oh,
Big chance! Big chance! As it fell for Faulkner, just couldn't get his foot on it in the 6-yard area to lash it home. That was the big chance in the final minute of the game.
Was that Sean Murray that put in the shot? It was a beautiful turn and hit. Oh, that was nice. Oh yeah, great strike, great save.
And then the ball just couldn't be put away. But now back it comes, and Cox chasing again. Keeper should get there. And it looks like we could have penalties unless, as we're just playing a little bit extra at the end, stoppage time at the end. I think out of the two teams, Preston Lodge would be happy, but could they sucker punch a chance themselves? Wales looking to keep hold, but it's Faulkner. Still going Faulkner. That's a free kick.
Here's the hit.
Luke Reid with the shove and the barge out the way. On the floor again, just been struggling the last few minutes, has been Josh Laidlaw. And that is Aidan Faulkner. Is he going to leave it? He is here. It's going to be Murray.
He can hit them too.
The rain comes down at a bit of full pelt now. Perhaps the last chance of the game. Sean Murray, it's taken.
And it was an awkward one. Well done, the keeper.
Yep, just spun down into his hand. And that's the final whistle after 80 minutes of football. We are going to have a penalty shootout to decide the winner of this under-15s boys Shield final. We had to wait a bit longer, well, a whole year for it. We're going to have to wait just a few minutes longer to decide who's going to win the competition and who's going to win it for the very first time. The goal from Robbie Coyle in the 6th minute was cancelled by Daniel Filingogno, 20th minute of the game. And since then, we've never quite had the same chance in the second half. Perhaps St Maurice is with the better of them. But overall, 1-1. What's your thoughts as we go into penalties?
I thought St Maurice did the better of the game, and even in the second half, when it wasn't as fluid as the first half, and certainly the first 15 minutes, they had some two great chances, one from the corner and then that lovely last one there, lovely shot. But again, as I said at the beginning, I thought the difference was the goalkeeper, and he's played very, very well, Ben Taylor.
So we'll kind of have a little look over the action, and we'll let Alex get away because he's got his presentation duties. So thanks very much to him. We will have a little look through the action from the 80 minutes of play. Got the goals and the couple of different chances we had. As I say, it was Robbie Coyle that scored in the 6th minute. We can watch the action as we have a pause here as the rain thunders down, but it was a bright start from the corner, and then there was the equalising goal, which kind of came from the first chance that Preston Lodge had through Filingogno. But wonderful cross it was. It was a great cross for 1-1, and then there was the opportunities that did follow on from that were largely for the side in green, and they had the bit of the chances throughout the game. And from there, I mean, at the end, they had the chance too as well through Faulkner. And as you're watching over the action, as I say, the rain is tumbling down, and we will see what comes next in the way of who is going to win this. It's going to go the long way. As we say, as we've said, St Maurice's have experience of winning the shootout because they won the semi-final through this means. 5-4 it was in penalties, and they will look to that perhaps for inspiration. Thanks to Alex for his thoughts. And I say he, like Monday, is going to be just, he's heading away to get preparations for the presentation, which will follow the penalty shootout. As usual, will be a decision on who takes the first penalty and what side, with the captains there, Sean Murray, also Ben McCabe. Hope you've enjoyed the action as best you can from home. Plenty of parents said so have not had the fans here, and the parents and the family and friends. So to the left side here at the Pennycar Stadium, looks like it's going to be captain to go first, and it's going to be Preston Lodge to go first. So they always say that is an advantage. Captain Ben McCabe then, first penalty. Good penalty it is. Big fist pump and cheer. And it's Preston Lodge that get us off to a good start. Jack Cox next up. The player that is signed with Greenock Morton. And big walk back. It is Cox. Oh, it's saved! Ben Taylor making the save. And first blood in the first round goes to Preston Lodge. Penalty, right side, guessed the right way. And just pushed it aside. Finlay Ewell next, one of the semi-final scorers, plays football for Portobello. It's another save, and off the knees of Matthew Kearney. Again, another keeper picking the right way, the other side this time. It's one penalty each that has been saved, and now the chance for St Maurice's to get themselves back on level terms. It's their captain, Sean Murray. Kilsyth Athletic player, as well as with his school, to level things up at 1-1. It's another save. It's two saves for Ben Taylor. And what a start to the shootout we've had. The goalkeepers have been on top. Shot run up. Not into the corner, and the keeper didn't have to move too far. He's going the right way. It's Josh Laidlaw next. Oh, it's off the post. I think the keeper may have taken a little touch to help it onto the post. A big fist pump again from the keeper, from Kearney. Sure, I think the keeper may have got the touch. Josh Boland next. Could do with getting one to get on the board here. And he does. That's a great penalty. Best we've seen. On the second one that's going to the back of the net. 1-1, so we are back on level terms effectively. It's a smashing effort. Player that scored the equaliser, Daniel Filigonio, Walnutry Villa player. We take the lead for 2-1. It's a good penalty. And that is 2-1 to Preston Lodge. Another good penalty. Tall figure of Aidan Faulkner, another Kilsyth Athletic player, as well as St Maurice's. To level up at 2-2. That's a great penalty. Side foot into the corner. 2 apiece. Effectively now we're into sudden death. 5th penalty. And Kieran Stewart is next up. For 3-2. And it's in the corner again, and they have the 3rd. St Maurice's need to score here. St Maurice's don't score here, it's game over. If they do score, then we're into sudden death. Declan Taylor, young Pumas player for St Maurice's today, to keep them in this, and he does. Another penalty in that corner. Keeper went the wrong way, not quite in the corner, but it was enough. So as I say, effectively now, well, we were already, but it's sudden death, and it's a goalkeeper here that's going to take it. Ben Taylor, he saved a couple. And he scores a terrific penalty. Well done. What pressure that was. And now the pressure continues for St Maurice's. Sean Bowie again has to score here or it's over. It's Bowie. It's saved. It's over. Preston Lodge win their first ever Shield through the shootout by 4 goals to 3, and everyone in to celebrate with the goalkeeper who saved a couple, scored a decisive one as well. That is what you call a heroic performance. And it's a side that didn't have that many chances at all in the 80 minutes. They got their equaliser, but perhaps didn't have the better of the chances between the two sides, but they've done it through the shootout. And a historical moment for Preston Lodge. It's a historical day for both these sides for reaching the final for the first time, but for Preston Lodge, they have won their first ever Shield, and that man, the goalkeeper with the electric top, has won the day effectively. A couple of great saves in there, and then has scored the crucial one in sudden death. Great achievement. Fantastic performance from both sides, and well done to both sides, I say, for being there. And there's confirmation. 1-1 after 80 minutes, but 4-3 the winners in the shootout. And the presentation to follow shortly. In fact, it's probably going to be just about ready to go in the next couple of moments as the rain burrows down at the Pennycar Stadium. And all the players shaking hands, good sporting stuff. Both have played their part. We'll have a little look at the last penalty again. And there was a save. It was a decent penalty, but right tight for the goalkeeper who guessed the right way. Definitely the hero tonight. Everyone in to celebrate. Two or three penalties at the start which were saved from both sides. I see a couple from him. Ben Taylor, he had a good save as well in the second half, if you think about it also. And they kept themselves in at Preston Lodge, because that first half St Maurice started really well, got their goal, a couple of their chances, and from there the game kind of paused almost, or certainly slowed down as soon as the equaliser went in, and then still the better the chances for St Maurice's, but Preston Lodge hung in and they dug in, got themselves to penalties, and that was the end result there with that final penalty. A little celebratory huddle, and a few words I'm sure from Mark West for his St Maurice's side. They say great effort from both teams. It's been a historical run for both, and St Maurice's, they've never got anywhere near the final before. Well, it's taken a while, it's taken a year, but we've got here, we've got to the end of these finals. And for Preston Lodge, it has been worth the wait to get into the latter stage of the competition, which they've played in recent weeks, and now they've got themselves the shield, which we'll pick up shortly. Here is the shield. A lot of historical names, big names. As I say, the most successful side have been Holy Cross High School in Hamilton, Motherwell with 3 times, Coatbridge, St Ambrose High School from Coatbridge, Greathurst High from Motherwell, quite a few with 2. But it doesn't matter for that. For Preston Lodge, this will be the first time they've ever had their name on the shield. Referee's there as well, and just about ready. I think we're just having a little speech, and then here comes the runners-ups. Not to be some great performances. Jack Cox with that big goal when they were down to 10 in the semi-finals, got them there. Ian Faulkner had a good game. Sean Murray, Robbie Coyle, what of attack and threat. Aidan Canavan, his corners were brilliant. I think not too many people would argue if Sean Murray that was the kind of player of the match, man of the match for St Maurice's, their captain. But plenty of good performances. Just that old adage of lotteries and shootouts and all that, which gets said all the time, but it is true, to be fair, as cliche as it is. But as I say, they'll still be bouncing, I'm sure, from the memorable moments of getting through that 3rd round for the first time, and then getting further and further, and then they got to the semi-final, and then they had that heroic semi-final, they got to the final, and yes, maybe they had the better chances, but just not to be. But great effort from them, and well done to them. So runners-up medals, and hopefully good memories. Officials getting their souvenirs as well. 2 tasty challenges, but a game that's competed very well between the 2 sides. A few words down there. Of course, Alex McMenemy, who's beside me in the commentary down there too, is part of the team giving out the medals or presentation. And here come Preston Lodge. Well, Finlay Yule, Daniel Finlay and Charlie Russell, 3 players that scored in the semi-final in that 3-1 win against Notre Dame. But other players, I think Josh Laidlaw, who's suffering with cramp towards the end, had a good shift. And obviously I think a lot of words will go now to Ben Taylor, the vice captain, the goalkeeper. Had 1 or 2 good saves in 80 minutes, and then the 2 saves to start off the shootout, and then scored the decisive penalty it was, as well, saving that last one too. So I think he'll be the one that will be getting a lot of praise in the bus home. And here is the shield. Picture first before the celebrations. Ben McCabe, the captain, with the shield in hand, heading to his teammates, and for the very first time Preston Lodge are the victors of the shield, and it's heading along east to the M8 tonight. Well done to both sides. Congratulations to Preston Lodge. Celebrations have begun. Great scenes as the rain continues. Thanks very much for watching. We had the girls' final on Monday and the boys' final with the drama and the penalties, which is always exciting. Just a shame for St Maurice's in the end. But Preston Lodge, for the very first time, are the winners. Not quite the same without parents and family and fans, but hopefully you've enjoyed from home. Thanks very much for your company, and from Airdrie, it's a very good afternoon from us with the pictures of Preston Lodge as your champions. 1-1 after 80 minutes.